This is a video for the Annie Goodwin Syndicate. Well guys, we took Bruno to his first horse trial since competing at the Kentucky 5-Star. We took him up to Millbrook, New York, and my plan all along was to put him in a nice, easy, open intermediate just for a sort of a softer run back into the swing of things. And I have to say, Bruno was fantastic in all phases. He did exactly what I asked of him, and he just felt happy and strong and fit, and really enjoyed the event. As you can recall, I felt like Kentucky 5-Star was a huge ask on him, and my goal all this year was to try and make things just a little bit easier from Kentucky 5-Star to Po 5-Star, which is our sort of end of year goal in October. In hindsight, he would have been a really good horse for Aachen. I rode another horse around there, obviously, but he would have been tailor-made for that. By saying that, I'm sort of glad I didn't take him there. It was, a quick turnaround. Even though the event would have suited him perfectly in there in Germany, it wasn't that much time for Bruno to sort of bounce back and feel at his best, I think. And I'm sort of relieved in a way that I didn't get greedy. Looking back at the last 12 months of Bruno, we've really challenged him. Last year was a huge year. This time last year, this very weekend actually, I think he was competing in Paris, which was a massive event, and then brought him home and then took him to Po, which is a huge task, then turned him around again and ran him at Kentucky 5-Star. And deep down I just had this feeling that he sort of just needs a little bit of time to freshen up. And the good news is he felt fantastic in the intermediate. This is obviously the dressage test that we did. It was awesome, mate. He got a score of 25. He was got a 9 for the first center line, lots of 8s and a lot of 7s, and he's very good in the ring. Obviously this is a very basic test for him, a very easy dressage test, and he just went in there and did a great test, and he won the class. It wasn't a big class. I think there was 15 horses in it or something like that, and Bruno easily won the dressage. I think the closest horse to him was my second horse, Radish, who was 29 or 30. So the Olympic veteran smashed the young horses apart in the dressage. The best part of this whole weekend was the cross country. It was a great course for the cross country. It was sort of, how do I say this? It was sort of an advanced looking course, but with intermediate sized fences, which is just absolutely perfect. There was everything you could imagine: oxes to corners, and a challenging jump in the water. There was 2 coffins, sort of everything that we've been faced with at the 5-Star level, but just smaller. The ground was a little firm for the cross country, so I just cruised around in a hand canter, and I got to tell you, I could feel the horse just enjoying every fence. In short, I was just very pleased with how Bruno felt, happy, and it was just a playful round. We went slow poke. We had 20 time penalties. Our time on the cross country was 6:45, and we were nearly a minute over time. I think we were 50 seconds over time. Part of that was my plan with just cruising around at a nice easy pace. On top of that, the ground wasn't terrible, but it was a little firm. Anyway, we were winning by a mile after the dressage, and then after a slow cross country, we were in 3rd place. Obviously, I wasn't too worried about the placings at all. It was more getting a bit of a gauge to see if he was rattled at all after a big run at Kentucky. He's a great horse. I don't think. I was worried that Kentucky might have shaken him up a bit, because we really had to push him hard, especially over the last couple of minutes of the course. And he's a champion horse. He just bounced back, and I think we're in great shape. Obviously, our main goal this season, in the second half of the season, is Po 5-Star. Our next event's going to be at the Kentucky Horse Park. I'm still deciding whether to run him in the Open Intermediate or the Advanced. That's at the end of August, so we got another month up our sleeve. And again, I was sort of originally thinking another soft, easy run would be perfect. And but he found this so easy. I mean, he's just hopping around like this was a beginner novice course. And he got lots of cheers from the crowd. He's a bit of a fan favourite at Millbrook. We had lots of 12-year-old girls coming up getting photos at Bruno's stable. And he's a bit of a celebrity wherever we go now. So he pulled up really well after the cross country. I was worried his feet might be a bit jarred up, but he actually trotted up really well after the cross country. And then I actually rode him in the show jumping in the morning before the show jumping class. I did a little bit of flat work on him, and he felt perfect. So I feel like we're in tip-top shape after this run. He's so seasoned and experienced. I think I could have ridden around this course with one hand on the rein. He's a legend. He's so experienced and schooled now. He just played with the course, which was exactly what I was hoping for. I wasn't quite sure what to do. Anyway, after 95 degree weather for the dressage and hot humid day for the cross country, then a monsoon hit Millbrook, and the show jumping was a bit of a bog. I was nearly not going to run him because he's such a good show jumper, but I jumped a couple of other horses and it wasn't too bad. It was still firm underneath or consistent underneath, if you know what I mean. So we pulled him out. Peter Wild was there. We had a pretty basic shortened warm-up. We probably jumped 7 or 8 warm-up jumps and went in and jumped a brilliant round of show jumping. Anyway, from now to Kentucky and to Poe, we've got to start getting serious with our dressage. We've got Christoph Hess coming for a couple of days to train with me. Brett Parbury's also another dressage trainer that's been working with me. And I think my biggest goal is to really aim to get Bruno into the high 20s for Poe. I think Poe's very, very challenging in the cross country and show jumping. We know he runs well there, so we're starting to get dialed in for Poe, even though it's a couple of months away. But anyway, guys, I'm very, very pleased with Bruno. He was spectacular, and we're good to go.